Seattle Pro Musica is performing Mendelssohn's great oratorio Elijah on May 8 and 9. That's this weekend at St. James Cathedral in Seattle. And this is an amazing dramatic work that we're having such a great time preparing. Mendelssohn wrote it both in English and German at the same time, which is interesting because he was a German composer. He knew it would be done in Germany, and he was also writing it to be performed in England, which is where it was commissioned for the Birmingham Festival. And the oratorio actually took a few years to get off the ground. He wanted to start it a few years earlier. He was working with a librettist, and the librettist wanted it to be a very sacred piece, almost kind of a sermon in music, and Mendelssohn just was not interested in that. Mendelssohn wanted a really dramatic, interesting piece that was a little bit more operatic, actually, and he in fact said he wanted the people in the oratorio to be like living, breathing persons who were having real things happen to them. Which is fascinating for his time, coming so early in the 19th century, that he was looking for something so dramatic. So the project went on hold for a while. He got a commission from Birmingham and actually ended up then writing it for England to be performed there before it was done in Germany. So we perform it in English, since Mendelssohn actually wrote it in English as well as German at the same time. And it's a beloved piece in England and the United States. It's been performed ever since it premiered to wild enthusiasm. It's just been a beloved piece in the repertoire ever since then. Many, many wonderful arias that people know. If With All Your Hearts, the great tenor aria, and Oh Rest in the Lord, the wonderful alto aria. Many, many things that people just love to hear. Great choruses as well that many people know. He Watching Over Israel, and maybe have sung that in choirs themselves. And then also these great choruses that depict tremendous things happening, storms and earthquakes and floods of water, all kinds of wild things happening with great orchestration under it that depicts the shaking of the earth and the pouring down of rain from the heavens, and fire coming down from the heavens when Elijah calls it to ignite these offerings. And then a wonderful chorus near the end where God sends down a chariot of horses to take Elijah up, kind of assume him into heaven, and you hear in the music the galloping of the horses in the chariot. The orchestration in all of these choruses is just phenomenal, in the way Mendelssohn actually is able to control everything about the way he writes orchestrally, for strings, for winds, for brass, to get all these different effects going. And I mean, you can tell just from the orchestration, without even the text, what he's trying to portray in the music. It's a phenomenal piece. It was Mendelssohn's last great work. He wrote it, he was in his mid-30s, but he was to die just a few years after that, so it actually ended up being his final great testament to his life's work. He was, in many ways, like Mozart, a child prodigy, started writing very early in life, wrote some of his greatest pieces, actually, when he was a teenager, and then died in his late 30s, sadly. But this is really one of his crowning achievements. And look forward to seeing many of you there this weekend, May 8 and 9, at St. James Cathedral. And you can visit our website, seattlepromusica.org, to get more information about Elijah.